Right folks, yesterday I said that I was going to do the tutorial of yesterday tomorrow. So today is now tomorrow, so I'm going to do yesterday today, I think. You know what I mean. Right, let's get straight into it. Thank you, Steve, for lending me your acoustic guitar. I can amplify this so you can hear it a bit better. And I'll get some new strings for it. A little bit rattly, but it'll do for this. Right, now what I've done, I've put it in tablature today, but great big, easy to follow tablature, not these little weaselly things that you see. It's only 2 pages of this, and it's absolutely beautiful. Of course it is, because it's composed by Paul McCartney. Although this is a classical arrangement, and for those people that don't really know what that means, and I'm not being funny, but many people don't, it means that the tune is incorporated into the playing, so you ain't got to sing it. Alright, so that's what that means. Now, I actually tried to do it in my idiot-proof way, and just to prove it, here it is, but guess what? There was just too much movement going on between chords that it would have been more confusing. So this works in many cases, but not always, and sadly, this is one of those cases. But the tab, which you can download for free right now on the blue link, is so easily set out. It's, and again, you've got to be pretty thick if you can't understand it. Now, that's not to say that you can play it straight away, but you will understand it. That I promise you. All right. So let's begin. I'm going to start with the intro, which is this. All right. That's how we're going to kick it off. Now, a little rule for those people who've never done fingerstyle. You know, first finger will play the 3rd string most of the time. Second finger will play the 2nd string most of the time, and your 3rd finger will play the 1st string most of the time. By most of the time, I mean like 90% of the time, okay? And your thumb will look after 6, 5, and 4. Now, as long as you remember that, if I say we're going to play strings, but you're going to play 5 and 2, then you would use your thumb to the 5 and your 2 for this one here. But those people that have studied a bit of classical guitar, which I haven't, by the way. I'm not classically trained at all. I'm just some guy that, you know, started playing when he was 8 and picked it up as it went along. I played with the Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra, playing all my music, and the only person on the stage that didn't understand what the music was me. It's the way it is, isn't it? And if you gave this to McCartney and showed it him in musical notation form, he wouldn't have a clue what it was either. So we're all in good company. Not that I'm comparing myself to Mr. McCartney, you understand? I'm just making a point. Right, let's begin. 3rd finger on the bass string at the 3rd fret. Okay, and we're going to play a 6, then a 4, then 3 and 2 together, then the bass twice, and then strings 4, and then 3, and then 2. Now the count is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and always let things slow down and speed up with classical stuff. All right, so we've done the intro. Now we're going to get into the verse where the melody comes in. Now again, we stay on the bass string at the 3rd fret. Now the correct way to do this is to bring your 2nd finger down to play the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. I've always found that a bit tricky, and if I don't have to do it, I'm going to use my 1st finger, okay? I'm going to cheat, in effect. So I'll do it with this finger because it's the correct way to do it, but if I fluff it, I'm going to go back to using this one, all right? So I'm going to play strings 6 and 3. And this is where our melody comes in. Yesterday. Okay, so 6 and 3 together. Bring that finger off and play that 3rd string twice. Yesterday. And hear the way the bass note runs underneath it. What do we do after that? We play 6, 6, 4, 3, 2. So I'll play that again, that bar. Alright, now the next bit is the most difficult part of the whole arrangement. There are easier ways of doing this, but I don't think they sound as good, so I'm going to give you the way that I play it, which I think sounds much better. You might struggle with it a little bit, but so what? You know, if you want to be good, you've got to put a bit of work in. Alright, so we're going to play an F sharp minor 7th. Put a bar all the way across at the 2nd fret. And put your 3rd finger there. Now, this third finger doesn't appear on the tablature. You'll think, well, why has he put a finger there when I'm not, according to his tab, I'm not going to strike it? Well, guess what? You will strike it by mistake, because you just will. So it's there as a safety thing. And also it serves to hold the bar down. If you've got another finger on, it gives you something a bit more grip. So trust me on this, it works. Okay, so we've got our shape, and we're going to play 6 and 3. And then we're going to play a 4 to follow it. And then we're going to put our little finger onto the 4th string. Sorry, I'll do that again. You're going to put your little finger onto the 3rd string at the 4th fret. You're looking at your tablature now, and you'll see that little finger going onto the 4th string at the 4th fret, which is wrong, and that's my fault. So forgive me for that. I'll do that again. Don't forget this is under the F sharp minor 7th. I'll play that again. 6 and 3, then a 4th string, little finger on the 3rd string at the 4th fret, not the 4th as written on my tab. Then take it off and play a 2nd string. Okay, so all we've done is this. Now we don't want to leave it on because we want to avoid sounds like that. Alright, then drop this finger now to the 4th string and put your little finger on the 2nd string at the 4th fret. Again, we're not going to strike this string, but put it on anyway, because when you come down with your thumb on the 5th, there's a good chance you'll hit it, and we want to be covered if we do. So what do we do on this B7th? We play 5, 3 and 2 together. Okay? And then we bring this little finger forward into the 5th fret and play that note. We release these strings, these fingers, and play a 1st string at the bar position, which is at the 2nd fret, and then we put our 2nd finger on the 1st string at the 3rd fret. Let me play that for you again, that B7th. See, again, I find it easier just to leave that on, you know. I'll do it again. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to suggest you do as well. Do whatever's easiest, but if you hear this, we want to avoid any notes like that. So that's the hardest part of the whole track. So from the F sharp minor 7th. So remember, when you look at your tablature, that note there is wrong. It should be on the 3rd string, that 4. It should be here. So forgive me for that. You know what? You wouldn't believe I check these things over and over again. You know. And when I say things are idiot proof, I do it for me. You're not the idiots, I am. I have to do it for myself. So anyway, going from the top of the track, this is what we've got. The intro. Then we brought this finger down and we started our melody. Then we went to our F sharp minor 7th. B7th. Okay, now when you've done that and you've struggled with that, you bring this 1st finger down to the 1st string at the 2nd fret, and you have a little rest now, because this is nice and easy. You're going to play 6 and 1, then a 3, then take that finger off and play 2 and 1 twice. I'll do that again. Then put your 2nd finger on the 4th string at the 2nd fret and play that note, and then 3 and 2, then take that finger off and play the 4th string again open, and then 3 and 2 again. I'll go from that E minor, alright, then we move on to C. Now again, on your tab it will just show you playing the bass string at the 3rd fret, and then open strings. I'm going to put my 2nd finger there just in case my thumb comes down a bit too heavy and strikes the next string. Okay, I've not included it in your tab because you would assume that you would have to play it. It's a safety measure, and I'm so used to doing it, I'm going to continue to do it, and I suggest you do the same. Okay, so we've got 2 fingers on, okay, but really we only need that one. Okay, so we're going to play 5, 3, 1, 1. That's all we do on the C. we'll go from the E minor. See the way I instinctively put my two fingers on the E minor as well. I'll do it again. Then we've got what looks like a D and then to a D7th. Easier than it looks on the tab. Bring two fingers down, one here on the first fret on the second string, second finger on the third string at the second fret. But I also want you to add either your third finger or your little finger. I'm going to use my little finger to the second string as well. So in effect, you've got two fingers, one there and one here on the same string. And of course, you've got one here. All right, because we're going to be moving from a D shape to a D7 shape. All right, ish. What do we do? It's easy to play this. You're going to play 4, 3 and 2 together. Take off your little finger and play the second string again. Take off your first finger and play that second string open, and then finish on a third string at the second fret. Okay, so from the C, alright, back to your G, third finger on the bass string at the third fret, first finger now on the second string of the first fret. It's a nice easy passage this. 6 and 2, then a 4, then 3 and 2 open, and again open, do that again. Then you're going to play a 6, then a 4, and then you're going to spin these two fingers round, fingers 2 and 3. 2 is going to be on the bass string at the second fret, and 3 is going to be on the third string of the second fret. And you're going to do a little rundown, which is string 6 and 3, and then a 4. Let me play that bar for you from the G. Alright, and then we've got the end of the verse. We bring our second finger down to the 5th string at the second fret, and that's all we need to do on this. We're going to play 6 and 3. This is where it goes, I believe in, you'll get it. 6 and 3, then a 5, then 4 and 2. Okay, then put a bar across 4 strings at the second fret and bring your third finger onto the 5th string at the 4th fret and play strings 3 and 2. Sorry, 5 and 3. Then a 4. So from the E minor 7th to the A, which that's called an A, and it's got an added C sharp bass note there. Okay, can you see that? I'll do that again. From there, we take our third finger, move it back to the C position. I always put that finger back on here and play 5 and 3. And as I've got two fingers on, I instinctively bring both of them up to the G to finish off with a 6, 3 and a 2. And I play those notes twice. 6, 3 and 2 twice. And then to go back into the verse, I play strings 4, 3, 2. And then I would repeat the verse. Not the intro, I would repeat the verse. So let me play what we've got slowly. Okay, just the verse. I'll do the intro. Then wait and start the verse. To the F sharp minor 7th. Sorry. B 7th, to the E minor, to the C, to the D to D7th, back to G, little run down, to the E minor 7th, to the A with the C sharp bass, drop back to the C, 5 and 3, and finish on the G. that bit again. Got to go. We'll do that next time. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay, we'll get the verse out of the way first, and then we'll do that. So you've done the complete page here, okay? And when you go back into the verse, you will play. Where are we? You'll play those 3 notes there, which will take us back into the verse, which begins here. All right. And then tomorrow we'll look at the verse 2, which is why she had to, which I clearly need to practice. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Look, it really is easy to follow. Forgive me if I'm sort of blabbering on, but I have to try and keep these videos short because I know people have an attention span of an ant. But some explanation is necessary, I'm afraid, especially when you're using tablature and not the idiot-proof things. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Any problems with it whatsoever, you are welcome to message me, and I will, in tomorrow's tutorial, hark back to it and fix it. So look at that. Any problems, message me, and I will pick it up tomorrow when we do part 2. Until then, get your friends to subscribe if they haven't already done so, and I shall see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.